The White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce and On Location TV 19 are proud to present Your Business Matters, dedicated to your business needs. The White Bear Area Chamber is a nonprofit business organization serving as an advocate for the White Bear area and its business community. Now here is the Executive Director of the White Bear Area Chamber and the host of Your Business Matters, Tom Snell.
Welcome to Your Business Matters, the White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce program that provides cutting-edge business and policy-related topics. Thank you for joining me. I'm pleased to have as my guest Denise Beigbeder, coordinator of the Economic Gardening Project for Ramsey County. Ramsey County, in partnership with the Edwin Lowell Foundation and the National Center for Economic Gardening, are participating in a metro-wide economic gardening program aimed at connecting seasoned business and strategic research facilitated discussions and access to a team of specialists that provide expert knowledge in their respective fields. Welcome, Denise.
Thanks, Tom. It's great to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming out on this cold morning for our Your Business Matters program.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask a few questions about the economic gardening program, specifically in Ramsey County.
Okay.
And first of all, just a general question is, what is it?
What is it? Well, first let's start with what economic gardening isn't, and that's growing carrots and lettuce and things like that.
Okay, so we're out with that.
We're out with that.
So we're not looking at giving gardening tips.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So what economic gardening does is take businesses that have been already planted in the community, if you want to stick with that terminology.
And by planted, we mean?
Planted, we're looking at headquarters companies that, where the headquarters are here in Ramsey County.
Okay.
And they're maturing businesses, not mature, but, you know, businesses that have passed the entrepreneurial startup stage and really have an opportunity for growth.
Let me ask a question on that. When you talk about companies that are they're past the starting stage.
Right.
Let's take a real typical small business.
Okay.
Let's say you own a small auto repair shop. Mm-hmm. And you have one outside employee and then maybe some members of your family working there, and you've had it going for like 15 years. It's got some success, but it needs some further opportunities. Would they be eligible for your program, or are they too small?
Well, I don't think it's a case of them being too small.
Okay.
I think it's more a matter of, do they have a customer base or a product base beyond, you know, White Bear Lake or beyond even the region to go national or international.
Okay.
So, because so much of it has to do with looking at new markets and new opportunities.
Okay, all right.
You know, a smaller business like you were talking about tends to be planted in the community. Very important, but doesn't have that growth potential.
So you're looking at, and again, I want to get back to the basic question that I originally asked you, but you also, then you're looking for companies maybe that would be based in White Bear Lake, but they're also looking to expand their markets beyond just a regional base.
Right, that potentially could do that. I mean, if you look at sheer numbers, they defined as second stage businesses being from 15 to 99 employees, for example, with revenues of about $1 million to $50 million.
Okay.
So that's sort of the lump that they have. Lasix is a corporation that's here in White Bear Lake, they were one of our first participants, and they are the type of company that, you know, really suited the model. I think one of the other things is a business really wants to be in a position to look forward to growth. And so many second stage businesses, it seems, you know, have attained that level, but just are somewhat stymied about moving on.
Right. And so you look at companies that are in the second stage, they're looking to growth. What, if a business comes to you, what are some of the services that you folks can offer?
Well, one of the cool things I think about the economic gardening program is that, well, for one thing, it's proven, but the other things that it does, it offers peer learning. So companies that participate in a pod of about 15 non-competing businesses will meet together for 8 or 9 times over the period of a year, depending upon when they start, and learn from one another in a facilitated approach. So there is, in this case, Steve Quello, who is out of the Lowe Foundation, works directly with the businesses each time they meet.
So this would be like maybe you're getting together with, like you said, 15 businesses, and they meet on what, monthly or quarterly?
They meet monthly.
A monthly basis. So somebody has a business issue that they want to bring up, but they are uncomfortable maybe in bringing it up in certain settings, but want to get the mentorship support from the other companies, would have a chance then to use this vehicle in order to learn from people that have gone through experiences maybe similar to theirs that could be helpful.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's the way it works. So in these peer groups, one, they might deal with issues that are, something that maybe arose in the last week, but then they also identify issues that they all are facing. And so they might have a speaker come in and talk about the greater issue, as well as identifying specific issues that might arise during the course of, the month.
And they have to participate. You don't want people that just come once or twice and say, well, I got up late this morning, I don't want to.
Right. It is a commitment on behalf of the business that's participating.
Sure.
And I will tell you that these are the CEOs. They're not, like the second level of management. Often
so
there
really
isn't
have
one.
to be the CEOs or the owners of the company. They can't send somebody that they can't send the stock clerk down.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
So it's a commitment, and I think everyone recognizes that their time is very valuable, and don't want to be taking them away from some of the important things.
I would think
that
that would be just so important for a person to learn how to be successful in business, to participate in a program like that.
Because I think, too, what they found is that leadership is so critical in the organization. And that's what, coming to the peer groups is where the businesses meet others who are in the same position that they are, but yet not competing with them.
Yeah.
So
a really great way to share information to help your business prosper and grow by getting information from people that have maybe experienced the same issues that you have.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
So that's one part of it.
That's a great option for businesses to have. So
it is.
It is.
So that's one option.
Okay.
The second thing, and also very valuable, especially to second stagers, is access to 40 to 50 hours of research targeted specifically to the business's needs.
Oh.
So that might be trying to geo-map new markets, or it may be trying to identify locations for, say, a second factory or something closer to where a new market may be developing. A lot of it has to do with using social media, and how do you get your presence known?
Yeah.
In the bigger world.
So you offer, and so this is like a research part of the grant.
Absolutely.
And does this cost the business extra money?
Well, no, it does not. And that's one of the really terrific things that comes with the scholarship.
Okay.
That's provided, or the county has provided.
And on that part, how do you get the right people for the various research aspects that a business might be looking for?
Okay, so there's a team of professionals that operate out of the Edward Lowe Foundation.
Okay.
You know, and Edward Lowe was the one who actually started the whole economic gardening concept after learning about the project in Littleton, Colorado. So that's been going on for about 25 years.
Okay.
And so the researchers all are tied in with the Lowe Foundation.
Oh, and
the
so, I mean, again, that type of information can cost a company thousands of dollars.
Surely it can, even if you can find it locally. And that's the other piece of it, is that it is brought to them.
Yeah, that's
and
wonderful.
Tailored. And then I guess the third aspect of the economic gardening program are the business leader forums, which are held monthly, and those are open to anybody. So,
Yep.
you know, if any of your listeners,
Yeah.
you know, want to know more about when they're being held, we can certainly provide that.
Are they always held in the same location out in Roseville, or does it change around? Or?
It does change around. We have 3 pods going now, one in the northern Hennepin area, one in southern Hennepin, and one here in Ramsey County.
Okay.
Handling the 5 counties. And
Yep.
so they are switching around to
Uh-huh.
try to make it accessible to
Yeah.
the most
Yeah,
people.
well, Roseville's not that far, so I just thought
Roseville's
I
not
would
far.
just...
No, and we try to
from
find
White Bear.
locations that are within a half hour for anyone. So
Right. No, that's so you'll bring out some professional business people that have started the company that may be leaving stage 2 then, or?
Right, or have moved on, and
Uh-huh.
they talk about a variety of things. It might be succession, it might be, you know, the challenges that they faced going into new markets. It might be, you know, how do we move from a family-owned and run business to
Sure.
hiring professional human resources folks, or, you know, finance folks
Yeah,
and so forth.
wonderful. So this program has been set up this way. Now, historically, I know that the economic gardening program has been around in Ramsey County for a couple of years, right?
Right.
Historically, before then, you mentioned something about a city in Colorado
Right.
that was involved in something like this back a quarter of a century ago.
Heck, could it be that long? Yes.
25 years, I guess,
It's
a quarter of a
about that,
century,
isn't it?
give or
Yes.
take.
Well-
So this type of venue then has a historical context to it.
Well, it does. It does. I think in the case of Littleton, Colorado, it was when Martin Marietta,
Okay.
when the defense industry sort of dried up, the city fathers and mothers said to their professional staff, you know, we have to find a way to recover from the
Yep.
devastating loss of, I think, 2,000 jobs. And the approach was to look within and try and nurture what was already there, which
Yeah.
we think is important here in Ramsey County as well.
Now, this program has some really interesting aspects to it, I think are very valuable to companies. Obviously, what you always hear is, boy, I need money. And you didn't mention the money word, and I can understand
Right.
why. But, excuse me, what I want to ask you is, because what you're giving are, they're valuable, but they're intangible benefits. Does this program historically, going back all the way to 25 years, are there instances where business can actually say, this program really helped me?
Well,
Yeah.
good question. I think, you know, I think in terms of being able to grow their businesses,
Yes.
I mean, there is documented evidence. I can't quote any specifics on that, but I know even in Ramsey County, we've had increases in job numbers. So that, of course, is one way of
Absolutely.
looking at success. We've also had evaluations that have come back from participating businesses last year who found it invaluable.
So you do have that information that a company that signs up for this has actually said, this has really worked for us.
Right. And I think, you know, the fact that they would like to continue is also evidence of that, and continue on their own without, you know, county support.
Okay, and that gets me to the next point, and that is, if you're a business owner and you're interested in this program, number one, what steps do you need to take in order to be considered? Number 2, does this program end after 1 year, or can it continue?
Okay, this is the second year of the program.
Okay.
And we had a large push when we were starting it in 2013 and had 10 businesses that participated there. Now,
That's good. By the way, that's a good start.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have another 10 this year, and we hope to be able to do at least another 10 next year.
Okay.
Beyond that, we haven't planned, but we hope that the state will help us give the program legs. And that we can expand it a bit more. But in terms of how do you apply, we can take applications. They're available through the Economic Gardening Center.
Sure.
And I didn't bring a
No, I
poster or
understand.
anything,
Yeah,
but people can contact me, or I can provide you with the information, Tom, on how to apply. But the application is made online. It's fairly simple. If people meet the criteria, generally they're accepted. And I think one of the advantages of being able to do this on a regional metro basis is that because we don't like to have competing businesses in the same room, because of confidentiality,
Yep.
there's often a location that's almost as good.
And are you only limited then, because you said you had 10 businesses and then 10 businesses, are you only limited in this program to have 10 businesses, or can you have more?
No, we can have more. I think it just depends on, how the applications come in.
Okay,
Right?
all right.
Yes, we would like to encourage, any eligible
Yep.
business to apply.
Okay.
So we
Now,
are planning to run it again next year.
let me go a little bit further into context on that. You mentioned the 3 components that make up economic gardening. I call it the hyper networking session, where you get the non-competing businesses together. You have the speakers series that you run, and then in addition to that, the third component is the research part.
Right.
Now, let's say that I'm a business and I want to check part of the program out. And I understand that some of it maybe, is for people that sign up. But let's say that I'm not a member, but I'd sure like to go to those speakers series programs. Can I come, or is this only open to people that are part of your network in the economic gardening program?
No. The speaker forums are open to anyone who would like to go. And they're really quite interesting.
I went to one, and it was a lively group of people and a nice turnout. So
yeah, it's you don't get the opportunity to, I don't think, very often, to have the give and take that occurs at those forums, because it's not just a presenter and then everybody goes home, but there's some free-flowing conversation, as you well know.
And then any of our members or any business people that are interested in participating in that part of the economic gardening program have an opportunity to go out and meet with these folks.
Right, and they're usually on the third Wednesday of the month. As we talked earlier, the locations may vary, but they start at, the speaker starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And runs till 9 o'clock.
Okay, so it's good, like in breakfast timing.
And there is breakfast.
Okay, got continental breakfast there for people. Great, wonderful. That sounds like a good option. So that part is open, and obviously I wouldn't imagine the other things are far more staff intensive. So
Right. So those are limited, but it's a great way to get an introduction to the economic gardening program.
Okay. Now, again, if I'm a business and I'm interested, they said they can contact you.
Right.
And how would they go about getting in touch with you?
Well, I can give you, as I said, I can give you that information. I'm at Ramsey County.
Okay.
And certainly you can call the main Ramsey County number and get referred. Or we do have information on our webpage.
Okay.
And it's a very convoluted sort of address.
We'll
but-
put it up.
But if you'll put it up, or it can be Googled, and
Okay.
you can find that.
And your phone number, Denise, is?
Is 651
Okay.
266 8005
Okay, and so that would be a good way to start.
to start.
And then if people are interested, they can visit our chamber and we'll have information on how you can set up for this wonderful new venture economic gardening program that can really help your business grow, and also some of the wonderful speakers that you've got coming up.
Great.
So, Denise, thank you so much for coming to Your Business Matters. I'm Tom Snell, and this is Your Business Matters. My guest has been Denise Beigbeder, coordinator of the Economic Gardening Project for Ramsey County. We always welcome new members to the White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce. Feel free to contact us. Until next time, thank you for watching Your Business Matters.
You've been watching Your Business Matters. For more information on this program or the White Bear Area Chamber, visit www.whitebearchamber.com or call 651-429-8593.